What is up, boys? It's your boys Tommy Two Timing when we're rhyming and diming down here, getting in the rough of it, getting in the thick of it. We're reading a new One Piece chapter today, 11:45. This is 11:45, right?
Yep.
Okay, 11:45 just dropped. We're gonna read it, give you our live reactions. Starting off, instead of Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Harvest Circuit Pilgrimage Volume 30, we do have a gorgeous color spread. You got the Straw Hat family. They're just some sitting on a couch, some sitting in front of the TV in what seems to be like a TV department section. Everyone's just got Gear 5 Luffy on it. Oh, wait, are they watching the Egghead arc? That's
It
adorable.
looks like, yeah, this color spread is in celebration of the anime returning. So yeah, you got. I think it's one of the. I don't know who, but they work on the anime. They did the illustration for this week, and then they have. They're
It
all watching
says,
the
and
episode of this
forgive my
week.
mispronunciation, Midori Matsuda.
No, you crushed that.
Um, but yeah, no, just absolutely gorgeous. Breakaway positions for me are Frankie and Brooke just like cheering on the back seats, and Luffy's just
Hmm.
pointing at himself like, "That's me. I'm Gear 5
I'm
Luffy."
on TV.
Zoro's passed out drunk. Usopp's, freaking out. Nami is for some reason looking oddly dreamy eyed at him.
Mm.
Robin's just waiting for it to go to commercial.
Jimbei's just like, I'm here for the company and this pizza.
Zoro, I said he's passed out drunk, and Sanji's passing out food and drinks. Good. This is gorgeous. I love
This
this.
is adorable. Yeah, this is great. This is great.
All right, let's jump into it. It is Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Harvest Circuit Pilgrimage Volume 30.
Yes, yes.
Pei still alive. I
Pepe's still
thought we
alive.
had to go 3 weeks without Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Harvest Circuit Pilgrimage.
Man, I really thought Pepe wasn't gonna make it, but I'm glad we found out in this part 30 of Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Harvest Circuit Pilgrimage. This is so great.
Chapter 11:45 Wildfire and Forest, Sector 2, Branch Route 8.
Are we getting the Fire Brigade? Are we getting the
Yeah.
Fire Brigade chapter? They're actually Yumko level.
Yes. Come on, let's do it.
Alright,
I'm
alright,
here. I'm
alright.
here. Let's
Let's
do
do
it.
it.
Let's do
I'm
it.
itching. I'm itching. So we see a giant dinosaur thing. What? Okay. Yeah, that's not one of the drawings. That's just a thing, right?
I think that's a
Because the
large snake, like the drawing that was a large snake. Oh wait, no, you're
but it
right. It
doesn't have
doesn't
the
look.
weird shading.
Yeah, no, that's just an actual monster we're fighting now.
Because remember, we're still in the underworld. I should have said to this. We're in the underworld with Loki and all that stuff. So yeah, there are plenty of aminals and
Oh yeah,
monsters
no, I
about.
thought that was Brogy, but that's oh, what's his name?
Goldberg.
Goldberg. Thank you. Okay, so let's read. Stop stalling.
All right. So yeah, this giant dinosaur snake thing is coming after Goldberg, and he's like, "Here it comes, Nash!" And he holds up a shield that's got a face on it, and he's like, "Huh?" And he's like, "Wait, wait, wait!" And the shield's just getting bigger and bigger, and then this giant snake just like rams into the face of the shield, and like his jaw just like separates, and you see teeth flying out. And
Ouch.
Goldberg's like, "Now!" And you see, oh shit, this is cool. All right, you see Sanji putting Zoro on his leg and going like, "Armade de l'air," and just kicks him. You can't see it. I'm kicking. And he's like, "Assault!" And Zoro goes in and just cuts the oh, it was a dinosaur. The dinosaur's head's off. So pretty sick. We haven't seen him do a tandem attack like that in a hot minute.
Okay, wait. Before we turn the page,
Okay.
is this gonna have a callback to Wano, where like this is how dinosaurs used to be, where the head detached and could be its own snake, or did they just
God,
win
I
the
hope
fight?
so. I bet yeah they just win the fight, but that'd be so funny.
Damn it. Yeah, no, it seems like they just won the fight.
Yeah, so they're all just standing around this fallen dinosaur. This looks like good eating. I mean, it's huge even compared to giants. Groggy, Groggysaurus is considered a delicacy. It takes a while to carve off all the fat, but it's great when stewed in alcohol.
Mmm.
And Sanji's like, yeah, but you didn't bring any of that with us, right? There's a whole shed of cooking tools in the hunting shed. Let's look for some aromatic herbs on the way back. Hey,
What?
what's the deal with this guy, huh?
Wait, what the
Is it a devil
frick are
fruit?
you talking about? You just unleashed Loki. Ragnarok's been
Uh-huh.
declared. The entire world's burning, but we're gonna search for aromatic herbs on our way out.
Our priorities are exactly where they need to be. Uh, okay, so Goldberg, yeah, Zoro's asking about the shield, and Goldberg's saying, that shield came to life like that way back years ago when my dad went on the expedition to vanquish Big Mom. Big
Oh.
Mom, which adds up, that tracks. Oh, so he's like Zeus then. And Goldberg's like, what? You guys know Mr. Zeus? He's like one of the most exalted homies. Oh, sorry, that's not Goldberg, that's the shield. He's like, oh, Mr. Zeus is like royalty. That's crazy. You know him? And they're just like, now he's a manservant to our navigator. What? That's great. That's great. All right, so yeah, we're still in the underworld. Holy Knights. And yeah, they're talking to Loki. He's getting the lowdown. That's right. They showed up here. Humans from the world government? You're saying that's who beat you this badly? That's what I'm saying. You must have given them reason to seek revenge when you were rampaging beyond the sea. Don't be stupid. If I'd gotten far enough to run into them when I was out there, I'd be king of the world by now. And Luffy's just sitting on top of, I can only assume is like his shoe or something.
Yeah, no, if you look, you can see
Of
Luffy on the
Loki's.
tip of his shoe.
Oh, yeah, there he is. Okay.
Yeah.
Knights from the world government. And then, yeah, Goldberg's calling from the side, hey, you guys, look what we caught. Whoa, that's huge. It's a Groggysaurus. Tasty and nutritious. And Zoro's like, I deliver the killing blow. And Sanji's like, you should have been there. I've never seen such a graceful soaring broccoli. They're just fuming at each other. And, did you collect enough fallen trees? Yep, got a nice pile going. Thanks for the hunt. So yeah, they're cooking up this Groggysaurus. You might have called it, John. There we go, nice and cooked. Mmm, yummy. It's not just for you. Oh, right. Eat up, Loki, and he just like pounds this meat into this dude's face.
Just a big lump of meat covers an entire head.
He's like, "Yow, you're burning me. Be careful of his wounds, Luffy." And Loki's just like, "Are you trying to kill me?" Luffy's like, "Hey, you're looking better already."
I absolutely called it.
He's like, "Anyway, you need to eat if you want to recover." So yeah, he just starts nomming down on this Groggysaurus. It's hard to swallow lying on my back. You can't sit me up first? Jeez, so fussy. So yeah, he's standing up, he's coughing a little bit. Got something stuck in your throat? Hang on a sec. I'll bring soup.
I'll bring soup.
He's walking back with a giant coffee mug. He's like, ouch, ouch, ow, hot. Loki's like, I can see it bubbling from here. Stay away from me.
Okay, I got a question. How can he see it? He's got bandages over his eyes. He's been seeing a lot of
Uh,
things.
yeah, bandages, notably hard to see through.
So just pointing it out, but move on.
You just hear an oops, a splash, and someone screaming, and a bunch of
I,
steam rising.
this is exactly the fucking episode of SpongeBob where Squidward gets like horribly injured and they take him jellyfishing. This is
Take him
Squidward's grass
jellyfishing.
pit.
This is 100% that. You just, you just see Gert's like, he has more burns than before. And Loki's like, get him away from me!
it, I was not expecting to laugh this much this chapter.
And you just hear from the side, hey, Luffy. And Luffy's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. And then Gert's just giving him the thumbs up, and Sanji's like, you too, Gert? So we're all just beating up on Loki. Oh my god. So yeah, Sanji and Zoro, this is great. Sanji's got a bowl of soup, so Zoro's eating a meat off of his sword. What did this guy to do? What did this guy do to make all the giants hate him so much? I'm guessing he was lying when he made that promise with Luffy. Where to find red hair now? Sorry, but I wasn't lying about that. We'll be the judge of that. Go on and tell us. Why should I tell you when you haven't upheld your end of the bargain and unlocked my last chain? You really want to meet red hair that badly, eh? I suppose I understand how it feels to idolize a pirate you met when you were just a lad.
Ooh, the plot
Mm,
thickens.
spicy. And yeah, Luffy's eating a piece of meat that's about half his size.
It looks like a duck.
Like specifically the Doug from Repo when he's angry at you.
That's it. That's it. That's the face.
Anyway, he's eating this meat. You make it sound like you feel the same way about someone. Loki's like, yes, I did. It pains me that I was only a boy at that time. You just see a shadowy figure walking away, and Loki's like, take me with you. And the shadowy figure's like, I didn't come here to meet a whelp like you. Stop making me repeat myself. Fight me then. What?
Is that rocks?
And it might be. I think it is. Because then the next panel is Loki lying on the ground, and you see someone who looks like Whitebeard saying, you don't have to use a blade on a kid. And the other figure's like, shut up, Newgate.
Oh
So yeah,
my
that's
god.
that's probably
Rocks and
Xebec.
Newgate. Oh,
That's wild. Okay.
that's so
And
cool.
I really like this.
Okay, no, no, no. Sorry, before we move on. Like, if that is Rocks, who, again, very likely that is Rocks' silhouette, he's got the circle eyes. Like, what is up with them?
Mm. Hmm. I think that's just him being intense. I don't think that's anything.
No, no, no. Come on. The eyes are something. Mihawk has them and Emu has them. You don't just pass out those eyes to Mihawk, Emu, and Xebec and no one else for no reason.
If we get a closer look at his face and he has it, then I might start considering. But this really does feel like, oh, his eyes are just smaller, and so Oda just drew it like that, you know?
No, I don't buy it.
Okay. So yeah, and then we see Loki eating. I was born in the wrong era, which is we might have to circle back to that. Uh, and we're cutting over to Dory and Broggy fighting off the children's nightmares. Joggers are like soldiers. Ah, bah, 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 bah. So many ghosts too. Just the thing kids would be afraid of. Wipe them all out. Ah, is that meant to be Loki?
Is that
I'll
meant to
handle
be
him.
Loki?
And you just see Scopper Gaben jumping up. I'll handle him, Mister Ya. And he does a thing and splits someone in two. It looks like just
Yeah,
about.
he eats the mountain on that guy's face.
Yeah, that mountain has been at. Excuse me. Good thing these are based on a child's imagination. Would they be stronger if the kids knew the real thing? I'd rather not find out. Yeah. There are more of them now. 3. A trio of abnormal voices. They can try to hide, but I still feel them. If even Elbaf isn't safe anymore, then it's truly the end of days. Yo, firefighting team, let's go.
I
All
can't
right,
believe they
open this
survived.
sea cloud. I can't believe it either. They're so strong. They're so stalwart and enduring. But they're opening their hoses. Open the sea cloud hoses. Will this even work? The flames are simply massive. And you see Saul, firefighters. I'm so glad y'all made it. But could you pick it up a little? The kids are about to reach the flames. Yeah, you just see the parade is getting very close. The valves are all the way open. It's the strongest stream we've got. And the kids are marching. Put out the fire. You could do it. Get them flames out. I'm begging you. And you just see to the side, you see. Don't tell me.
You can do it.
Don't tell me. You see Gunko?
Not
Don't
spring,
tell me.
fall, or winter.
Summers. It's
There you
summers.
go.
It's summers.
You got there all on
Uh,
your own.
all on my own. No help at all. Look at that, Gunko. The kids are about to burn to death. What happens? Will they wake up? They'll wake up from the heat, wail and cry for their parents, and be consumed by flames and burned into bones, I assume. How about that? Now that's emotion. And you see Jimbei twirling around in some sea clouds. Sea cloud? What's wrong, firefighters? It's not going out. We're at max output. We out of options? Stop, children. Yeah, Summers is laughing. You see the kids are just about into the fire, and then Jimbei does his sea cloud shoulder throw, get a huge ass stream into the fire. And he's like, there, that should do it. Was that in time? And yeah, you see a ship. The rest of the Straw Hats are on their little pontoon. Svar. They're Svar.
You got there.
And he jumps in there like over here, hop on. And he jumps back onto this fire, and Nami's like, "Way to go, Jimbei!" And Brooke's like, "I got the chills. I'm multiplying." And anyway, he didn't say that last part. I added that. Um, but yeah, they cut the power, they put the fire out. They're sailing away. They're like, "Wow!" Everyone's freaking out. The wildfire in Forest Sector 2, Branch Route 8, has been put out.
Woohoo!
All the kids are safe. Woohoo!
Well, they're still
The
marching
children
to their
weren't.
death.
Yeah, not great. The children weren't harmed by the flames, but they're still marching onward. You see Dory, Bragi, and Waymo or Kashi. We're not sure which one.
That's all I know.
If you say so. That was a close one. We believed in you. Well done, firefighters. And they're all like, the guardian deities of Elbaf. It wasn't us. But at least they're safe. No kidding. So they're the guardian deities of Elbaf. You heard it here first, folks. We see Chopper and Robin are like, did you see that, Robin? They're like, Jimbei must be nearby. We're back on the spar, and they're like, that was so cool, Jimbei, so cool. That's Colin saying that. Thank you, Jimbei. It's nothing. The kids at school all hate me, but I think of them as my friends. And I was like, that's so sweet, Colin. We're going to save them together. Yeah. And you just see on their ship, Gunko's on the prow, and she's like, so I suppose the school isn't the only place to find a perky child. And they're all like, huh? Who's that? And that's the end of the chapter. To be continued.
Gunko's also got the eyes. Maybe that was a Gunko in the flashback.
Mmm. Gunko confirmed?
Gunko confirmed. All right. First off, this is my favorite chapter in like 3 or 4 chapters now. I don't know.
Mm,
You've
mm,
heard my
mm.
complaints. I haven't hated Elbath, but I felt like the last few it really ramped up and then stalled out. But this one came back. The action's swinging. The comedy is everywhere. Oh, it was so good. The hype with the rocks flashback and the new gate. Oh my god, there's not a panel I didn't love.
Mm-hmm.
Color
No,
spread
there's a
and Ogre Child
good stuff.
Yamato. Good week to be me. Good week to be me.
Great, great week. Yeah, a lot of good stuff. A lot of good characterization for Loki. You know, plots moving forward. We're finally getting some actual like fights happening potentially next chapter. Um, yeah, no, this is a great chapter. I will agree with you that this is probably the best one in recent memory.
Yeah, like definitely not greatest ever, but I mean, especially the first part of it where we're just in the underworld with Loki. Um,
Yeah,
Absolutely, like just smack the meat in his face, just pour the hot soup on him, and Luffy's just
yeah.
like, "I'm so sorry, I'm just trying to help." It's like, stop, just stop it.
And everyone's on the side like, yeah, good job. It's great. Um,
Oh no, this had everybody doing what they do best, and it was absolutely hilarious. Um,
hmm Now,
I need the
question for
Loki
you.
flashback already. I'm tired. Like I know it's
Oh,
Oda's thing is he's just
it'll
gonna keep
happen.
dangling that, but I need
Yeah,
that.
yeah. No, I that was an unexpected get from this week, getting a little bit of
Yeah.
Xebec in here. That was dope.
On the theoretical bingo card I made for Wano, Xebec
hmm
just wasn't even it. Not even a thought at all. The same goes for Newgate.
Yeah.
I probably could have called Holy Knights. I probably could have called I don't know like I don't know what else, but Elbaf has been such a wild card. We're making bingo
hmm
cards for the next arc. We are.
Okay, we gotta. Um, but I really like this. I was born in the wrong era bit from Loki because that's
Mm-hmm.
super. You know, that's definitely like reminiscent of Roger saying we were born too early or we got here too early or whatever.
See, it's
Um,
you're absolutely right, but don't forget Shanks also. He
mm,
wanted to be the Joy Boy, but has to grow up to be a Roger figure where he's just grooming the next Joy Boy.
hmm hmm
Grooming sounds like the wrong word, but it really he
I
groomed Luffy. Let's be honest.
y- y-
it was a
he got it. We'll
wholesome
say that.
grooming, but like
He,
it
he
wasn't
was a
nefarious. But he introduced him to the idea and gave him aspirations.
yeah. It was grooming just has such a negative
I
connotation. I don't
know,
know.
like it's really it's not as bad as it sounds, but it
He
is
was
what
a
it
role
is.
model. He was a role model with that.
I don't like that.
um,
Okay, so I also
no,
I don't know. I take away my criticism that the monsters get destroyed too easily. Because I thought there were like 13 of them or whatever, however many drawings we had. But apparently there's just plenty of Draugr to go around, so they were a little more fodder enemy, and I'll rescind that criticism.
yeah, I think it's more or less to divide our forces, more so that
Yeah.
when the knights do get into contact with people, it's not a bunch of giants versus three dudes.
No, I thought they were gonna be like big things. We have to go take out these guys, but no, they are fodder enemies, and they look
Hmm.
cool as heck.
Yeah,
So also, not that anyone is still in any confusion that Ragnarok has begun, but Gabon even calls out this is truly the end of days.
yeah. And while I do think he's speaking about the larger world of One Piece, I do think you could tie it to Ragnarok as well.
No, no,
I
no.
think that serves a
You're,
little double meaning.
I think you're missing something. Ragnarok is not contained to Elbaf. Ragnarok is the world as a whole is going to end. The end of the entire One Piece world has begun.
Right, but the Ragnarok thing, like I get what you're saying, like, but to me, when I think Ragnarok, I think of Norse. I think
Yeah,
of the only island that's Norse themed, and that's Elbaf.
yeah, but
And it
don't.
just kind of, it's like a domino effect where Elbaf falls, then it's only a matter of time before the rest of the world falls,
Okay,
unless we
yeah,
do
yeah,
something.
but don't forget, Jormungandr, the bloodstained serpent, is the red line. Like yes, they're directly tied to Norse mythology, but they're also tied to the Void Century. Yes, Ragnarok is going
Hmm.
to be the series of events that plays out here. Like we're gonna get stage one of Ragnarok, uh, but Oda doesn't write things on accident. He just wrote in the end of the world has begun, not the end of Elbaf. The end of the world has begun.
I think we're arguing over the semantics. I think we're on the same page here.
I just want to be clear. I see Ragnarok continuing to play out. Like I don't think it's a Elbaf plot point. I think it's a One Piece plot point that takes place on Elbaf. I think that
Okay.
was the start of like this is the final saga. Everything's coming together. The end has been declared.
Hmm.
Ragnarok doesn't stop and start again when we leave here. It's all going to be a continuation until it is over.
Yeah. No, again, I think we're arguing over semantics, but we're on the same train of
Okay.
thought here. We're like, this is the beginning of where things start going to shit. Um, Now, real quick, I wanted to ask you,
Okay.
did we know about the Giants going on an expedition to vanquish Big Mom? Did we know about that, or is
It
that just a little new
sounds
piece of
vaguely
lore?
familiar. I think maybe we
Mm-hmm.
got like a throwaway line before. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we know about the whole Loki wedding thing. Yeah, yeah. I feel like we knew the Giants tried to take them out, and then we tried to make peace, and then things just went south from there.
Mm.
I don't think we had any named characters. I think it was just, and the Giants tried to attack me.
Yeah, just from a trajectory sense, like it makes sense. Like you kill their chief elder or whatever, and then leave, and then yeah, like it makes sense. It just I don't know if you've ever gotten that directly mentioned before. Uh,
Also, shout out to the Shield being another homie. I did not see that one coming because I think we all immediately
mhm.
thought devil fruit.
I mean, yes, but also the way like it makes a face at Goldberg did make me think, oh, this could be a homie, but that doesn't make any sense, and then they made it make sense.
See, I didn't even question. Like, you're absolutely right. In hindsight, with the face, that is a homie. But I just thought, like, oh, his shield ate something.
Hmm.
I kind of like that he's another homie though. I can't wait for him to
It's
meet
pretty fun.
Zeus.
I mean, it has to happen now, right?
It has to happen now. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
this hands down best chapter we've had in quite some time. Um, Oddly enough, though, I don't have too much to say other than I am so hyped. Like I am ready. Apparently, we got the showdown with Gunko going on. Apparently, we're dangling Loki's backstory. Elbaf is going wild on all fronts, and I am here for it.
hmm Yeah. No, I don't have a whole lot to say either. A lot of this was sort of comedy slash action based outside of the Xebec stuff, but Jimbei putting out the fire, just showing why he's the GOAT. Everyone knows it. Gotta respect that. Um, Also, like for the last like couple of weeks, I don't want to say we've been trying to humanize Gunko. I don't think that's been the case, but like I like this bit from her where she's like describing how these children are going to die horrible deaths,
Mm.
and it seems like plain spoken, cold heartedly. I, it's interesting. Like for as much as we like, oh, she's a fan of Soul King, all this other stuff. Like she's still cold hearted, son of a
So
gun.
there is a theory that she's actually a clone of Ginny, and
Mm,
what's his name? Shamrock would be Bonnie's father, who just
hmm
had a baby with Ginny, but was like, oh, she's diseased and imperfect, so they clone her, and then the clone keeps residual ties to freedom and revolution and whatnot. That's why she likes New World. That's why she lit up when she ate the salt, is because Ginny loved food. That's why
True.
we see her have like these breakthrough moments. I personally
hmm
still like to think she's Koala's sibling. I want to see some connection to Koala, but at the same time, I could believe it's Ginny. And then the mask is covering her face where there would be freckles if she's a Ginny clone.
Right. I mean, there's not enough to confirm or I kind of like that theory. We don't
Yeah,
actually have official coloring for her yet,
I certainly
so
don't hate it.
yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see where that goes.
Hmm.
You got anything else for this week?
I don't. I mean, other than the firefighters being exalted as the guardian deities of Elbaf, not really. Uh,
Oh, is that who they were referring to?
yeah, because you see Dory, Bragi, and Oimo cheering. They're like, well done. We believed in you, the guardian deities of Elbaf.
I couldn't tell who that text box was in reference to that, but that makes
Oh,
sense.
that's a fun bit.
No, every bit
Yeah.
in this chapter is fun. It's all good. Unfortunately, there is a break week next week. We will try and come up with some kind of fun One Piece themed filler content. But if you want to see more content like that and definitely more chapter reviews in the future, be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, blah, 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 blah.